What up, YouTube family? This is the What Up Cub podcast. We're back again. It's been a long time. Back again. We're going to go ahead and get into everything. You already know everybody's social media handle. It's going to be in the description at the bottom. We're going to just go in right now. But anyway, I'm going to ask everybody on the panel, how everybody doing today?
Doing well. How you doing?
How you doing, Rick?
Doing nice.
How you doing, Phil?
Hanging in there.
How you doing, Quentin, behind the camera?
I'm blessed.
Highly favored.
Highly favored. Filled with Holy Ghost.
Yeah. The topic we're going to cover today, we got a lot of topics we're going to cover today. I'm just going to come out. Come out.
Oh,
I can't post that.
I can't post that on Snap.
Get your shit together. Junior said, hold our top shit.
Y'all been listening to R. Kelly lately? I started listening. I ain't said when he got out.
I said, when he got out?
Oh, he ain't got nothing out. I'm just asking.
Are you talking about that old R. Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, still jam too.
Like what R&B playlist? It just say how I'm gonna lay it out. Cause you don't see too many people have an R&B playlist or R&B tape. Like they have a significant other coming over and they play some music. Let's just say y'all put Pandora on or something like that. Like, what's your R&B playlist? What's your go-to R&B playlist?
First of all, it's Jodeci on top.
Joseph.
Yeah, mine got to be 90s R&B, so it can be like Jodeci, Genuine, Keith
Joe.
Sweat, R. Kelly,
Joe.
Joe, maybe some Usher,
Some Usher?
maybe a little bit, tap.
Like
Like
Chris
songs in
Drew
there.
Hill.
Drew Hill.
Joseph.
Drew Hill.
You don't put Jacquees in there?
Hey,
Marcus,
You can't get down there, young boy.
Where you going?
that's
You
it.
don't know what he's talking about.
Get jiggy with that shit, man.
Marcus on naked. Butt naked.
Talk about Amari.
I would never listen to
Martin Houston.
Martin Houston.
Yeah, Mark Houston.
Batman.
Junior, just don't look to your right.
What's on your playlist, Phil?
Oh shit, you know.
Come
Look, Silk, Genuine, Boys the Men, Lil Joe up in that thing. You know what I'm saying? Especially that maybe a little Tyrese.
Okay then.
What about the women? Y'all understand about the women?
Man, I'm trying to hear that shit while we fucking, man.
Whitney Houston.
I ain't trying to hear that while I'm smashing, man.
They play some good shit.
I ain't trying to hear that while I'm
Look.
I ain't listening while I'm
Unpopular opinion. I still be listening to R. Kelly.
Yeah, okay.
He the best at R&B.
Yeah, I mean,
If it's just that, nah, ain't the other shit.
you know, we ain't condoning the man actions, but let's just be real, man. Got some good music, man.
Man.
A lot of us are in this world because of R. Kelly.
Yep, because R. Kelly. I've been pushing some old school
Can't
Brit.
do that, man.
What about some Teddy Pendergrass?
Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy Pendergrass. I apologize.
Nah, I can't rock with him.
Why? Because he,
Teddy McGee.
yeah, like my old man.
Yeah,
Well,
man,
man.
singing.
Yeah, man, some of that Brian McKnight.
That Brian
You know what I'm
McKnight.
saying?
Some Bobby.
Bobby Womack.
Bobby and some David.
David Ruff. Yeah.
Luther Vandross. If this world were mine.
Old Luther, not Luther.
Yeah, you're right. The old Luther.
Oh, which one is the
Jerry
old
Roberto.
Or the thick Luther.
Yeah, the big Luther. And then, what the other boy name is?
I listen to D'Angelo too.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Right there. No, what's that? They sang that song. Maxwell.
Maxwell gonna do it.
Little baby face. Make a little baby face in that thing.
Yeah.
Put some Music Soul Child.
What about the 5 heartbeats?
Anthony
Nah,
Hamilton.
that look too
Oh, that's you gotta step with that.
Don't sleep on Anthony Hamilton either.
Anthony Hamilton.
Anthony
Yeah.
Hamilton.
Hey, man.
Lenny Williams.
Hey, you know that's
Yeah. Oh, we getting deep.
Lee Williams.
Well, fuck it.
Don't say nothing.
My God.
Nigga say Lee Will.
For real. That song personal.
Let me ask y'all. I'm also fit to move on. I'm gonna ask y'all another question. This might be controversial. It might be. Do any of y'all have any guilty pleasures?
I have a lot of pleasures, but I'm not.
You said what, kid?
I got a lot of pleasures. I'm just not guilty of.
Name two of your guilty.
I just like when she put her hand on the back of my head. You know what I'm saying? That's a guilty pleasure.
Wait.
Well, I ain't guilty of that though. Well, both.
I like they rub your beard, but you probably ain't guilty because of that.
When they put their special gel in there.
That's special jail.
Special gel.
I like to get hell.
Hell.
Yeah. And then the end up dying up, and then you act like you don't want to touch it. But the whole time that motherfucker gonna salute, and then you take the cover and tuck in between that shit. Oh yeah. I had all my chance.
God damn. I mean, Mark, you got any guilty pleasure?
Yeah, mine.
Paul, because I don't, no man's supposed to be asking that, but for the podcast.
It's just one. It's just what Kim said. Like I like to see her hand on your head.
I also like when you lay in bed and your feet touch each other, and then you be playing fight feet, lock and shit. Yeah, y'all be ain't no freak.
I'm a football, but I ain't guilty of it. What about Brit?
I bet you be using hot sauce.
Nah, hot sauce. You carry me the other night
All that sticky shit.
with some green apples, some sliced green apples.
Ooh.
Which then you got the apples and you dip on it.
But I'm telling you what I did, right? So we laying
No,
down.
like
So
beer dripping.
listen, Mark, I took the light bulb out. I put the green light bulb in. And I got. I can't tell you about that. Then. So I got the light bulb in there. I got the green one and the black one. I had both of them in there. And we laying down. I got some oil that I had got, and massage oil and shit. So I'm massaging and shit. She said she was hurting, but she didn't know I had a bag of apples. It sliced up already on the chair over there behind the box fan. So I used over there, got the apples and shit, right? So I placed each apple down her back, all the way to the crack of her head. Then I spread the caramel all the way down, and I ate each apple as I was sucking on the back. And then that apple that was, right there in that ass, I put a lot more caramel down there. I had to make sure everything's clean down there. I got that. Might have no baby
What the fuck? Quit.
Man, stick it in a motherfucker. Woke up and fish grits and shit.
Ooh. Let's go back to music.
Lit that cigarette about 3 times.
Like, what female artist? It could be an older artist. It could be rap, R&B that y'all listen to, or it's in y'all playlist at a certain point in time. You know, you might have different playlists. It don't have to be a playlist that you mainly listen every day. But it might be, you know, you might be in a mood or something. What girl do y'all listen to? Mine is Erykah Badu. Not Erykah Badu. Well, it's her, but it's Lauryn Hill. That Faz album, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
I listen to Erykah Badu.
In that day.
Yeah, mine's Erykah Badu, Aaliyah.
Yeah, Leah.
Aaliyah got me on
Y'all,
there. I gotta have Whitney Houston.
I listen to
Shoot, I'll put some mid-X on.
Then I go back, and like Brett said, if I gotta go hard, Mia X, Lil Kim, you know, maybe, just maybe, Remy Ma, you know.
I listen to Take My Braxton and Sierra.
Yeah, see.
I ain't gonna lie, I like Sierra. What's that song? She had that chocolate screw on up with Ludacris. What is it
That
called?
Ride.
That Ride. Woo.
Remember she dancing at the end.
By Kelly Rowe.
Kelly Rowe.
Kelly.
Yeah. Why you didn't chill with me?
Check for
Kelly, what about you? You listening up?
Yeah, pretty much everybody that y'all said, you know, Sierra. But I like SZA.
Oh, I forgot all about her.
I like
What's she saying?
I like Janae Aiko.
Yeah, I like
Kelly
that
was
too.
like them toxic.
Yeah.
So you a toxic mother. Look at him. Don't even look toxic.
Come on, man, I don't need them to know that. I need them to know that I'm innocent. I play an innocent role.
Junior been that a long time, man.
I am innocent. Alright, let's move on. Alright, what isn't any young people? It could be rap, it could be anybody. Is there anybody that's younger than you that it kind of influence you or motivates you? It could be anything.
Y'all. y'all influence me. I learned from y'all. Even throughout the years, I learned a lot from y'all. So when y'all are a younger influence since I'm old. So that's my.
What you say,
that's
Quinn?
my young influence.
Off camera?
Oh, my kids.
Your kids.
Yeah. They push me to go to work every day, but I don't want to. They push me one, and I gotta make some money. They push me two, but they been in my ear all day long. So I go to work shit.
What about you, Britt? You got a young influence?
These days.
Huh? What about you, Barry?
Just any young entrepreneur. Just any
Dion.
Sanders? Yeah,
Anderson.
that's one of them. Prime time.
So wrong with y'all.
Well, I got a lot of young influence. To me personally, you can just learn from anybody.
Hey, can I interrupt?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, I know we mess with his ass all the time, but Uncle Nathan, he was a big influence on my life.
That ain't young. That's older
You
influence.
said young and old.
No,
I said younger influence.
Then you say old.
No, not at all.
But yeah, he got like 81.
What they gonna get? Well, yeah, I'm influenced with a lot of people. Like a lot of people going to college. You know, when I went to A&M, I was the older than most of everybody on campus and stuff. So I learn from everybody. I take the bad, not I don't take no bad. I take the good from what's in people, and I look at it, and I just learn from it. Stuff. It can go as far as artists, sports, just other different things. I learn from pretty much everybody. You have to. You can't be too proudful to learn from anyone because everything is all about growth. So yeah, I learned from pretty much everybody. Well, we about to go into the NBA right now. You know, we supposed to did a podcast two or three times.
Yep.
But we missed the whole. When the last time we had a podcast? The finals wasn't even starting, I believe.
I mean, we about missed the whole bubble. I don't think we talked about. And that shit was back in July.
It wasn't nothing to talk about.
Alright, we're gonna talk about who I should ask. I'm gonna ask this question first. What do y'all think about Isaiah Thomas' take on LeBron being the best all around? Y'all want me to go first, or y'all gonna go ahead?
It all depends on what side you want to start with.
I go for it.
first.
Alright, off camera, you go first.
Isaiah Thomas not liking LeBron.
That what it is.
What was the question again?
Isaiah take on LeBron being the best all around. He actually said Isaiah said LeBron is the best player of all time all around.
Well, you can make that argument, but you know, Jordan played an all-around game, but he really didn't have to do as much as LeBron was doing. And it's a couple more guys that played an all-around game, but my take on that is that Isaiah Thomas, he just don't like Jordan.
Yeah,
because
he
Jordan
played
came in and pretty much took over. Now, kid you not, early on in Jordan's career, probably about 6 or 7 years, he was getting kicked out the first round. But look at the team he had though. John Paxson, Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright. He ain't got nobody. But then once he started getting the draft picks in, like what I respect about Jordan is he stayed with one team his whole career. So they drafted Scottie Pippen out of what was Central Michigan, Central Arkansas.
Yeah.
A little bit of no-name school. So Scottie Pippen, he came in as this little scrawny little player, but he built himself all the way up to all-star level. And they stayed with each other pretty much their entire career. They won championships together. Now, y'all might think I'm wrong for that, but LeBron has actually had entirely way more help than Jordan. You can't argue that.
Yes and no.
Jordan only got in free agency Ron Harper and pretty much Dennis Rodman. You look at LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Anthony Davis, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving. Am I missing any?
Kevin Love, you said
Ray
Kevin Love?
Allen.
Ray Allen. Well, you do make a point
You
because
got all them players are elite players.
Let me throw in some stats to back what you said, which I agree with you. Let me throw in some stats. Between the two, Jordan had all his teammates combined had a total of I think 11 All-Star appearances between them. LeBron's teammates had a combined total of 44 All-Star appearances between them. So, I mean, just that stat alone backs what you said. So I agree with that. LeBron had way more help, but eras are different. Still to me, I'm still taking Jordan all day. That's not a knock against LeBron, but statistics prove that, you know, LeBron did have way more help. But that, to me, that doesn't diminish his greatness. It's just that, you know,
it does a little bit.
But that teammate argument, you know,
it does a little bit because if you one of the elite players, you won't win that shit on your own. Team that you built through draft, free agency, not through draft, like
you
young players.
You do make,
but you just can't go get this player off this team who had 30-some points a game for like 5 years, and then put him with this.
But let me ask you this though.
But he did became a superstar team like that because the Boston Celtics he couldn't never beat them, so he think he had to join way
like you said about this era here, you would never seen Jordan and Charles Barkley on the same team.
But I'm gonna tell you why though.
But they were men and they wanted to win this shit on their own.
But with LeBron too, LeBron masters the business behind it though.
Because I'm gonna tell you one thing to back what you said. I somewhat disagree with that because Charles Barkley did eventually start doing that. So with that being said, the only reason that stopped that from happening back then was Jordan took up about 95% of the cap. Now, Charles Barkley wasn't gonna join Jordan and play for way less than Scottie Pippen. But what I'm saying is that had the money been there, I think most definitely would have happened. I think Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan were like this.
Nobody else, because everybody hated Jordan.
I agree.
They wanted to get rid of his ass.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that all LeBron did was take advantage of what he had around. So I think if Jordan had that and then take up 98% of the cap, he could have had Charles Barkley. And trust me, had he had Charles Barkley along with Pippen.
And listen, I'm tired of hearing the GOAT debate. Jordan not the GOAT. LeBron not the GOAT. Bill Russell fuck the GOAT. He got 11.
No.
He got 11.
No.
That what they going by. Rings and stats, right?
Yeah, but
what they going by? What they go by, Maury? Rings and stats, right?
But hold on, by LeBron, I'm gonna go back
rings. Look at his stats.
I'm gonna go back to you say about LeBron. You made a good argument. You actually is mostly true about the LeBron thing. Like LeBron had no excuse to lose to Dallas Mavericks,
right
down there with the Heat. He had no excuse. Now, granted, right now it's more better athletes now, but there's no excuse. LeBron should have beat I'm about to say Dallas. He should have beat San Antonio.
How you figure that?
San Antonio was a hard team.
To play devil's advocate. LeBron really never had. Well, he had a young Spoelstra. How you say his last name? Eric Spoelstra. He never really had no Hall of Fame coach.
How you figure he should have lost Dallas though?
No, he should have beat Dallas.
I'm saying should have beat them.
He should have beat Dallas.
No, Dallas don't play good. There's no way LeBron. That's supposed to be.
See, y'all looking at
4 rings now.
Y'all looking at the players that they got. But see, Dallas had team chemistry.
That's right.
That bench came in and produced. Jason Terry came in and produced. Dirk Nowitzki gonna get here. Then you got a elite point guard, Jason Kidd. He know where to put the ball. So that matchup to me was pretty good.
No, I'm saying
but you just look over at LeBron's side. You got Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade.
But they chemistry won.
What you think we should win? That's how you think the Spurs won so many team chemistry.
Quinn, you right. But let me throw this in there. The reason why I say that they should have won that series. If LeBron had showed up even just a little bit in the fourth quarter, we're not even talking about Dallas. LeBron's statistics were so bad in the fourth quarter. I would even say the second half of the NBA Finals of damn near each game. But what I'm saying is that if he had just showed up a little bit, even just a little bit, everything that Dallas did, they would have won. So they should have won.
Before you respond to that, what you said about team chemistry is good. That's why you think the Heat was in the finals. Just passed. It's all about they should never went to a certain shit.
But Jimmy Butler, to white boy.
But they chemistry is on point.
Yeah. Then with that finals with Dallas, y'all remember whenever LeBron had the ball, it was defender here, and one ready to come around, so he was pretty much getting trapped the entire game. So and he ain't got no jump shot, so he trying to force his way down there. Then you got Tyson Chandler standing down there waiting on your ass to come down there.
I blame LeBron for that though.
You can't blame one man for the
No,
whole
but I'm saying though, as great as LeBron is, and we say it all the time. Let me tell you, from watching the Lakers game, this is my number one argument against LeBron. LeBron, sometimes he try to get people involved. I understand that's his game. But sometimes when he needs to take over, because you think about it, every time that man drive to the hole, can't nobody stop him. So I'm like, just do that. Just do that every time. And we talking about a young LeBron back in 2011? 2011, he was unstoppable. So to me, he deferred too much. And to me, that's what cost them.
Well,
like this past finals, like in game 5, the last shot, he more through. He should
Green.
That was his
Danny
shot.
Green 3-point shooter.
Why he passed the ball during that time?
Y'all
He want LeBron. We know how LeBron is, but we ain't
is.
surprised. But LeBron,
Even when LeBron had the whole starting lineup on him, he still should have shot there.
When he drove to the basket, he was in a bad angle for a layup, so he had to throw back out.
All I'm saying is put the pressure.
Play, and then the play already looked. It wasn't even a design play. He
You
just
should
threw the
just
ball
throw it up
in.
and live with the action.
I've been saying the whole time. Only thing they do, get LeBron. He driving, he kick out. That play was designed because the goal was over here. LeBron could not make a layup from all over here, so it was designed to go back out.
But what I'm saying is, I will put the pressure on the referee to make that call, as opposed to passing to Danny Green. I know we give Danny Green a lot of grief, but he played bad. No one, I think LeBron was probably the only one that thought he could make that shot. I don't even think Danny Green thought he could make that shot.
But then, first of all, Danny Green is a catch and shoot player. When he caught the ball, he had to dribble. That fucked it up already.
I agree.
Because when he catch, he ready to shoot.
Yeah.
But y'all blaming that play. Now, the twin, Morrison, had got the rebound. So, Green was wide open behind him. LeBron was standing over there in the corner. KCP was over there. Now, LeBron, your elite player, he's standing in the corner like this. Any elite player, Melo, Jordan, Durant, anybody would have been fucking running to the ball trying to get him up. LeBron was standing in the corner.
But once again, had he put that pressure on the referees, all that never happened. All that would never happen.
They was not gonna make that call.
You think so?
I don't think they're gonna make that.
But as a superstar, I put the pressure on the referee. I would rather trust myself as a superstar to think maybe I get that call than pass it to
Danny Green
to any other player.
They wasn't gonna make that call.
He shot 29%.
First of all, it was a dumb play, anyways.
I mean, he took a bad angle to the basket.
What should have happened was they should have Danny Green or whoever's at the top should have went and picked for Anthony Davis, shot a mid-range jump, tied the game up with overtime. But you try to shoot a 3.
To me, I think
Anthony Davis should have had the ball.
And they had enough time. To me, Danny Green should have made one more pass. If he had, even when he caught that ball, he should have made one more pass, even to the corner for KCP or whatever.
If they would have did a play besides that bullshit they've been doing all year, drive and kick. If they would have got it, he would have nailed that mid-range jump because nobody on the court guarded him.
Back to the question.
Oh yeah, we got
yes or no? Isaiah, take on who you think LeBron is best all around. I won't say all around.
Do you say do I
think the best all around?
Yes.
I'm gonna give it to LeBron.
Yeah, I
LeBron, the best all around.
LeBron
the best all around.
All around.
Everything all right.
Kobe the best scorer. Laker. He the best scorer of all time. The best Laker of all time.
I mean,
Kobe's in. A lot of people always say LeBron and Jordan, man. You can't forget about Kobe. I think Kobe more intelligent out of them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because he had to learn more.
Yeah.
Learn more. Like being said, at the end of it just say at the end of his career. Now everybody gonna make a debate because it's all ball shot talk.
Right.
LeBron gonna be top 3. Y'all think?
Yeah, no question.
Top 5.
You said top 5? Who before LeBron? Kobe.
You got
Mike.
Kobe, Jordan.
What?
Bill Russell.
Like chance of Bill.
Yeah, Bill Russell. What the other man name played for the Lakers?
Will Chamberlain.
See, everybody leave them folks out.
But look at who they played against.
It don't matter.
They arrow.
You know,
It's the
okay,
era.
look who
I
they
don't know.
played
There's no
against.
disrespect
Look who
now.
they played against. Look who Jordan played against. Now look who LeBron played against.
I ain't even gonna lie though.
It's
You know,
all different.
I'm gonna tell you why that ring discussion doesn't count, because just as much as we say, like even with Robert Orr got 7 rings. I know he's just a role player, but you think about Bill Russell with his 11. Back then, they only had 8 teams in the league. So you mean to tell? Now I know you can't help that.
They named
You can't go by rings anyway.
They
You think
named
about
Trophy.
it. John Sally.
They named
Right.
Trophy after the man.
John Sally got a lot of
So,
rings.
Shout out John Sally.
They named Trophy. What
John Sally.
y'all mean by Robert Orr? Oh man, I'm finna go.
Now I'm gonna ask this question. Since y'all brought up Robert Horry, we
You
go back to.
7 too, don't you?
Do Robert Horry think Robert Horry should be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Early on in his
You
career,
think so?
he won rings with the Rockets. Correct?
Did he?
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Then he went to the
he won
Bulls,
2.
Lakers, Spurs. On them teams, he role players. Now, I know for a fact one championship for the Spurs he won because he hit that shot. Role players count really big on teams. Don't nobody look at role players.
But what I'm saying though, that discussion, and I'm gonna tell you,
Oh, he deserved to be
I'm
there.
gonna tell you why though, because if we going off big shot ball, which is what he is,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of role players that hit big shots in big moments
Like,
that aren't in the Hall of Fame.
like who?
Derek Fisher, Sam Cassell, who else? Kenny Smith. All those players hit big
John
shots.
Paxson.
John Paxson, all those. But see, those guys. Now, granted, the
All them
only
stars.
Steve Kerr.
Robert Orr was a role player. All them were starters
Robert Wood was a starter too.
for the Rockets.
But I'm saying he started
In
for the
the
Lakers.
When he started for the Lakers?
Go back and look, man. I'm telling you, he started for the
He
Lakers,
started
man.
for the Lakers, but when Jordan hit career when he won all the rings, he role player.
But I'm saying, all you doing is critiquing the argument for Robert Orr. But if you using that same argument, you got to use it for everybody else too. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. But see, all I'm telling you is that's the reason why. Because I'm a big Robert Orr fan. All I'm saying is, I'm telling you the reason why he ain't gonna get in the Hall of Fame. And
He ain't gonna get in the Hall of Fame simple fact because he was a role player. It don't matter how many rings he got. He can have 15. He ain't gonna get in simple fact because he was a starter.
what about Lou Will?
On the Clippers,
Yeah.
he ain't gonna get in.
Okay.
Only thing he got on his resume is 6th Man of the Year
Go ahead, man. My bad.
trophies.
I'm gonna ask this question. I
If
watched
you look at everybody in the Hall of Fame, they were starters. Pretty much their whole career.
Except them older, them niggas back in the 50s and shit.
I'm gonna ask this question. I heard this question on the podcast, and everybody was arguing. Do you guys think Tony Parker is a top 5 or top 10 point guard?
Tony Parker?
Tony Parker.
Hell yeah. Top 3.
I think he's I don't know about top 5. I don't know about it. I like
Y'all want to
to
start naming point guards?
I wouldn't even say top. Hold on, you said
Tony Parker.
top 10 all time?
They said top
Cause
5,
Black
top
Gatorade
10.
got some more.
Yeah. The reason they said, Brandon, is he
Look what he did.
top 20? Yeah. This is my opinion.
Look what he did.
I ain't trying to persuade nobody.
Look what
But
he did.
like they say, they look at stats. That's why they were saying Tony Parker. They said somebody said Tony Parker. No, y'all probably remember better than I can. They said Tony Parker was doing in Steve Nash.
Yeah, you killing that boy.
He was. They said he was doing in Steve Nash. That's why they were arguing for it. But he was doing in Steve Nash. It was somebody else he was doing in.
Boone Gibson with the Cavaliers, he killed
Hey,
them
look,
all.
look, look. Yeah.
So
Tell you, Tony Parker.
top 5, top 10, top 15, top 20.
I give him top 10.
I
Number
give-
1.
I give him top 20.
Who
Top
else?
20.
Ain't
You
no
already
way.
know my number
Top
one.
10. Start naming point guards.
Chauncey
Billy
Billups,
Nash, Jason Kidd, Chance Billard, Isaiah Thomas,
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson,
We can even take it further back. Rod Strickland,
Rod Strickland,
Gary Payton,
Gary Payton,
Oscar Robinson. He's a goddamn point guard.
Austin Robinson.
There's no way I can put Tony
Tony
Parker barely
Greg
makes my
Paul.
top 20 if we on point guards alone. It's just too many,
It's too many.
especially back in the day.
Mm.
Everybody dominated at point guard. Maurice Cheeks,
Hey.
all them guys. There's no way.
Hey, can I change subject?
But the Knicks, I said Joe Frazier.
Joe Frazier. You mean
Walt
Walt
Frazier and what's the other dude's name? They call him Black Jesus.
I know what you're talking about.
Pearl.
Earl
Earl
Pearl.
Was he a point guard? I think he
Yeah.
a point guard.
Big Game James. Shit, he could run the show.
Big
Hey,
game
look,
with no point guard.
Let's change the discussion. Let's change the discussion. Why y'all talking about all these players being GOATs and all that? What about the GOAT head coaches?
Oh, we can talk about that.
Cause I only see about 3 for real.
I ain't never. I'm gonna ask you this question. I thought we talked about this on the earlier podcast, but GOAT coaches. Most first thing come to people's mind was Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson.
I like that motherfucker Spurs coach.
Greg Pop.
Greg
Pat
Pop.
Riley.
Yeah, three best all time.
Cause in my eye,
And Red.
Jordan and Kobe, they would have all the reason they have Phil Jackson.
Yeah, but look at
it was the system.
But look, I'm just giving you an argument. Nah, Popovich, like he had Tim Duncan, but he never had no Jordan Kobe. He never had that player all star. He got Tim Duncan, which is a Hall of Fame. Don't get me wrong.
Tim Duncan bad dude.
But it's a different level. You have like a Kobe.
See,
you have a Michael Jordan. I'm gonna ask you this question: should they put Popovich over Phil Jackson?
No.
I'm just asking.
Who's your top 3 coaches in order? In order. Top 3.
Greg,
Okay.
Phil, Pat Riley.
What about yours, Mark?
Phil, Greg, and Pop. Pat.
Same. You got the same one?
Yeah, I got the same one.
What about you, Bruce?
I just like, I'm not really a fan of Phil, but Pat and Pop.
Look, and see why I like Greg so much. Cause one fuck up, everybody going to the bench.
Oh yeah.
You couldn't pay a coach in the league now to bench LeBron. I bet you Greg will bench his ass fucking up.
And LeBron here respect him because
I watched the game. Bruce Bones was fucking up. Greg sat the whole starting 5 at the end of the bench. At the end of the bench, even though they playing the Bobcats, but he sat there as at the end of the bench, and they look at him the rest of the game.
What coach you think when we start talking about GOAT coaches, people miss their name or they don't mention them as much as they should. Piston old head coach. He on the one too. Not Larry Brown. I'm talking about the older one. The coach
the bad boy.
Oh yeah, he
up there
too. But Larry Brown bad dude. Cause I think he the only coach that won a championship at the East level. Yeah, he's a bad dude too.
And also he the only one that can kind of contain AI. Not too many people can do that.
Greg Popovich.
Yeah,
Greg bitch ass.
Ain't that many other coaches ain't? They GOAT coaches ain't.
Nah, it's not really. I mean,
one from back in the day.
I mean,
named
Red Auerbach was good,
but I don't know because I wasn't really.
But then it's just kind of tough to.
See, and then it's one that's I think he gonna be up there. He coach.
He was supposed to. Yeah, he bad.
He gonna be up there.
Bad. I like him.
And it's another coach too. Man, what that boy?
I like Rick Carlisle.
That coach.
Yeah,
Rick Carlisle was good for who?
He coached.
What about Jerry Sloan? Or he went that?
I like Jerry Sloan.
He'll go coach, but he had to go through field in the boys.
Yeah.
Who you trying to figure out?
He
would at least
right
have
now
two
for the
championships.
Celtics.
Oh, to my Brad Stevens. Yeah.
Who y'all think is overrated coaches? Y'all think Doc Rivers?
Doc Rivers?
Yeah, Doc Rivers.
I like Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers and that motherfucker right now, they were just coaching James Harden now.
Talking about
D'Antoni.
D'Antoni and the other one. That was just coach Derrick Rose there.
Talking about Tom
Thibodeau.
And I like what the coach that we mentioned first. I like Doc Rivers. And I like Doc Rivers. But
he overrated.
But he been exposed though, like over the years. We knew it. That's almost like that Celtics team. No disrespect to Doc Rivers, but you could have plugged in any other, not the top 3 coaches, but you could have plugged in, I say, that second tier level of coaching. Like I would even say like a Monty Williams or somebody like that. You could, or Alvin Gentry. You could have plugged those guys in and still could have won a championship with that Celtics team.
Let me get up and say it here. So that year that the Cavs had that white boy, that coach, that got fired.
David
Ty Lue.
Yeah, David Black.
So I want to know why he got fired, because he had a hell of a record.
Because you want me to tell you why? You know why? Because he was hired before LeBron signed on.
So that lets you know right there, players make decisions on who the head coach is. Because that dude a hell of a coach.
Because
he had a good ass record when he got fired. As a matter of fact, I think he's the only coach in history that got fired that had a better than 500 record.
Now I go back to the NBA Finals. This past we kind of skimmed past that. What was y'all confidence level of the Lakers winning this year? Y'all knew they were gonna win.
Oh, I knew 110% they were gonna win.
What about you, Kim? You.
I wasn't confident at first because by the way they played in the beginning stages of the bubble because they played terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought they may have an edge because of what we all talked about before, which was team chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Was because all the Clippers did was the Clippers just said anybody that was a free agent that was out there, let's get them before the Lakers did, and it ended up coming back to bite them. So I knew once they got it together, you know, they would be good. So, you know, I didn't have confidence in them at first, but
my confidence was I already knew either Lakers team was going to win it. Either Los Angeles team. I had confidence in the Clippers winning, but they got exposed. Coaching. What's that shit that they said they were doing? Load management got exposed.
Yeah.
The reason they got exposed because the reason they got exposed because team chemistry.
yeah.
On
We
the
got too
court.
many big dogs on one team.
And it just a lot of times they were just standing around and stuff. What's his name? Kawhi. You know, there been some times in them when they were playing against Denver.
He didn't show up.
He ain't show up.
He ain't show
It's
up.
plain and simple. He ain't show up.
But I think they crowned him too early.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They gave him that crown yet, and you know, the situations that he had. Like, this is no disrespect to Kawhi, but think about the situation he had in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
You playing with Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got a Hall of Fame coach. You think about what happened in Toronto. Not to diminish, but had Kevin Durant, not alone Kevin Durant, but I believe had Klay Thompson not got hurt, this is a whole different story we're telling. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to you know, them winning the championship that year.
You think that's gonna be y'all biggest competition next year? The Golden State Warriors. 'Cause I think everybody coming back. I don't know who's gonna be on their bench. But they got the money. But they don't.
I mean,
But it's at least
if
free
to me, if they steal Dwight from us and they draft Wiseman, I mean, I know he raw, man, still could play. To me, that's enough to get them. So yeah, I would say that the Bucks, I like the Bucks, but they don't have enough, in my opinion. Now, if they managed to get like a Chris Paul, which I heard they weren't interested in him, but if they were to get like a elite point guard that can guide them,
What y'all think about the Heat? How far they going next year? Or do they need to draft and need to make some more moves? Because I ain't gonna say it was lucky this year, but it was all hard work. But they're gonna be hard for them to do that again next year.
they surprised a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're gonna surprise a lot of people next year.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that they were exposed in the NBA Finals.
Mm-hmm.
Good defense. The way that the Lakers defended Robinson and Hero.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, because you think about it, you go to the Celtics when they played the Celtics. Man, Jaylen Brown was out there getting cooked by a Hero.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the Bucks series. Wesley Matthews out there getting cooked. You see what I'm saying? But
Caruso stepped up.
yeah, Caruso stepped up big time. So no, I don't see them unless they get. They managed to get Giannis. When is Giannis a free agent? Is he a free agent this year? Next year? Next year?
Mm-hmm.
This year? If they manage, I don't see it happening. But if they manage to somehow get Giannis, then look out.
I don't mean to keep the podcast longer. I got another question. People talking about this year was easy for the Lakers to get the championship. Heard, or I think they had it on ESPN. Also, they had it on Fox Sports. Talk about this year was the easy. I think it was one of the hardest because it had so much off the court issues as far as politics and police crime and all this other stuff. Yes, I think it was much harder than also LeBron exposed everybody like who's working harder than LeBron on their self body and team chemistry
I'm
off the court.
I'm gonna go last on this one, Greg.
And also you can't fault nobody like the Lakers and stuff. Like LeBron took that time that they ain't played no basketball. He took that time like he even doing it now. You see on social media. He took that time and kept practice, kept working on his body and stuff. and stuff like that. Everybody got lazy. They show you the what do you call it, the discipline that LeBron had. Those elite players, dedication and stuff. What you think about that, bro?
Yeah. LeBron is a different breed. Different man.
This same thing like about Kobe Bryant. Well,
Yeah.
what show that was? I forgot the show. But Al Iverson was on Stevens. Not Steve. What's Steven Smith? I think not Steven Smith.
Steven Jackson.
Steven Jackson.
All
and
Smoke.
All Smoke.
Right.
And AI said he was riding with Kobe. Also, they said Kobe don't ride with everybody. They let you know how much respect he got for AI. But they said he dropped AI to the club. AI asked Kobe, "Where you going?" Kobe said, "I'm going to the gym."
Mindset.
Mindset. What you think about that, Ken?
Put a camera. Look. Look, here's the thing. You hear talk all the time about, does this ring count? You hear people saying it's a Mickey Mouse ring and all that stuff. Here's the problem I have with that. Had it been anybody else that won it, we're not even having this discussion. Had it been the already crowned Clippers, we wouldn't even be having this discussion. Had it been the Bucks, same thing. Had it been the Heat, same thing. So the amount of hate is sad. And for people to say it was the easiest, all teams played as hard as they could, and all the teams had everybody that they need to have. So, and then another thing is that for people who were saying that the NBA let the Lakers win, let me tell you something. As much as Westbrook, Giannis, James Harden, all those guys, Jimmy Butler, as much respect as they had for Kobe, you think that they just gonna lay down and say, I'm gonna let the Lakers win? Nobody does that. Now look, I'm probably one of the biggest Kobe fan out here, and if I was an NBA player, to me, I feel like it would be doing a disservice to him to lay down and say, you know what, I'm gonna let the Lakers win. Nah, that's not Mamba mentality. And on top of that, you don't get too many chances to win NBA championships.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think you got a shot, you got to take it, not just because someone, while a prominent figure, passes away. So that whole notion is a stupid take. And the thing is, people say it don't count, but here's the thing: everybody has their own opinion, and they're entitled to it.
Mm-hmm.
But see, here's the thing: the NBA record books gonna say 2020 NBA champion.
Mm-hmm.
The Guinness Book of World Records, or the those little almanacs. They don't make those. I'm telling my age, but all those gonna say Lakers 2020 NBA champion. So whether people gonna say it doesn't count, that's fine. It don't count for you, but it counts for where it really counts, and that's for the NBA record books and for those who play hard to win the championship. That's all. That's all I got on that.
Yeah, I got two more questions, and that'll be it. All right. What y'all think? What y'all thoughts on Auburn Alabama football looks so far in the season?
This year?
This year.
That game, you talking about the jury, you talking about they skill on the field?
I'm talking about, my bad. I'm talking about how do they look on the field, like as far as how the offense and defense.
Well, they look like to me so far how they playing, they look like a average team like the rest of them. They ain't like the dominant team they was in the past years. How they were dominant both on offense and defense. I watched the Alabama game yesterday. And they looked a little better, but they got to do better because they got some big shoes to fill compared to the team that was from the past, like the 08, 09 team, 12, 13 team, 11, all that. They ain't the dominant team they used to be.
See me, but with Alabama, Auburn suck ass. They trash.
Now Auburn subject. Auburn could be better, but Auburn never had an elite coach.
Gus, like with Gus,
You're right.
Gus is a good coach in the Pac-12 or is it Pac-10 now?
I feel say ACC.
I was gonna say the SWAC.
God, no. Well, let me
FCS.
Say, let me say one thing about Auburn. If y'all think about it, Auburn always end up being good when they have a running quarterback. think about it.
Due to the scheme that they had. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
See, like Gus Malzahn, he I think he got exposed. Like Bo Nix, like he forcing him to be that quarterback for Auburn, and he's not that quarterback. Like he might be good in another system, I don't know. And then there might be politics behind it. Like he's trying to force. Like Auburn had second string quarterbacks that were better than Bo Nix, but he ain't. I don't know what the fuck wrong with Malzahn. And it's like they not trying to fire him or anything. I don't know what's going on. Now,
School system.
like with Alabama, offense. Where I was on offense, the only thing I was scared of was, did they got a veteran offensive line, or it's kind of
Talking about Auburn,
Alabama? I'm not sure.
Some
I'm not
sophomore, some junior, maybe senior.
But as far as Alabama, the only thing I was kind of nervous was Mac. What's his name? Mac Jones.
Mm-hmm.
But he looking pretty good this year. And they played Georgia yesterday, and they played well, that was Ole Miss, but still that was a shootout. You know what I'm saying? That was test. But he looked pretty good. My only thing about them is we say about sound like we say this about every year. The defense, the secondary. What the fuck was going on last week? It's just safeties and cornerback. I don't know what it was. I don't know. But I think they looked better against Georgia. They did look better. But we still need, Alabama is all about perfection. You know what I'm saying? What you think, Kendall, about it?
I'm gonna make it short. Auburn, Bo Nix is not the answer. Bo Nix hasn't been the answer for the last 2 years. Gus Malzahn has been exposed this whole time there. He has been exposed every year. And the reason why they haven't fired Malzahn is because I think they're still paying Gene Chizik. They was like, look, man, we can't be paying 3 head coaches. So, I think that's what that is. They got number 4. I don't know his name for Auburn, but that man gonna be a beast. But and they got 2 linebackers. It's Popo or whatever his name is. They got some good guys down there, but it's just the Gus Malzahn gotta go. And I know I'm a Bama fan, but it's time. It's been time.
Mm-hmm.
As far as Alabama, Mac Jones has been a pleasant surprise. He can't really run too much. You talked about that earlier, but the man can make some throws. He can make some of the throws that he made in yesterday's game were NFL quality throws. And, I was very surprised about that. And, that man will throw that ball downfield.
Mm-hmm.
He is one of the only quarterbacks in so many years. It's been a whole bunch of years to throw for over 400 yards in 3 consecutive games, which is unheard of in SEC football.
Mm-hmm.
So, the defense has been a problem. The thing that I question about the defense this year, the cornerbacks are always a question. But for some reason in that Ole Miss game, the defensive line couldn't penetrate. So, it's almost like, there's more questions than usual with the Alabama defense. But I think, like how Nick said last night, just that once they start focusing on getting stops as opposed to, having statistics, then, once they focus, they'll be all right. So, I think eventually, everything will be good to go. Oh, one more thing. The Alabama offense is as high powered as I ever seen because, usually we relied on a dominant run game and you got 1-star receiver.
Mm-hmm.
This time they got a dominant run game because Najee Harris is starting to come into his own.
Which I believe, my bad.
Go ahead.
Which I believe, I don't want to put the press on him. I think he might be a Heisman candidate later on.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they got Mac Jones, who's not making all these mistakes, and they got so many wide receivers. We're talking about Michie, Waddle, Smith. The list goes on. Tight ends that are good. So this offense is as high powered as I've ever seen.
Yeah, you're right.
That was a little bit longer than what I said it was going to be.
But you already answered it. Yeah. All right, last but not least.
Yeah, that's right.
I ain't finna go all in because I don't want to persuade nobody. Because this year is one of them years, I guess. It's one of them years. So, out to the pressure of this debate. That's what I'm gonna go with. But I'm gonna just say a little bit. What y'all thoughts on the presidential debate and the vice presidential debate? Or do y'all? What's your take on it? Or you don't care, basically?
I really don't care. Cause Donald Trump, yeah. Anyway, and another fool name, Biden. Somebody got to get up there. But I already have Biden in there right now.
Mm-hmm.
But whoever.
To me,
we see what Donald Trump did, but I'm just worried about work-wise, what you finna do for us.
mm-hmm. Now with Biden, not Biden, but what I want to say, like the debates, I wasn't surprised because how Trump acted in the office. Like, should we know how he was before he got elected? Like, why y'all surprised that first he lost the first debate, and second, why he didn't want another? I think they probably doing a debate next week, but he didn't want to do a second debate first off. And the vice president debate, you know, I had my thoughts on what's her name, Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm.
I have my personal thoughts and questions for her, but I'm not gonna say those right now until after the election.
Mm-hmm.
But like her, like she's very smart. Like you want, I already knew she was gonna beat Pence in that debate. It wasn't really no debate like the presidential debate, but she was saying more stuff than Pence and stuff like that. What you think, Kim?
As far as the presidential debate, they're both. It's almost like you have to pick the lesser of the two evils.
Mm-hmm.
I'm siding with Biden because Trump to me takes everything as a joke.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the debate goes, Trump, his strategy was to just talk over Biden and to interrupt him at every possible corner. To me, they should be able to mute mics.
Mm-hmm.
And although it's gonna be hard to get Trump to agree to that because that's all he does. As far as the vice president debate, to me, Mike Pence is worse than Donald Trump, and you know, people don't seem to understand that. As far as Kamala Harris, I think that's how you say her name.
Mm-hmm.
She avoided some questions. She was very articulate in what she was saying, and she was ready. So she won that in a landslide. It wasn't even close.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the other two, as far as the presidential thing, I need Biden's doing good, but I need him to get it together because he was kind of stumbling in that first one. He still won, but
he kind of stumbling and dry
mm-hmm. and like giving in to Donald Trump's antics, which I think the mediators need to have more control than that. Mm-hmm. Stop letting Trump, talk over them. That's all I got on that.
Mm-hmm. So, but like I was saying, I'm gonna talk more after the president's debate.
Yeah.
I want to say I can say what I want to say, but I choose not to. I'm gonna wait till after the not the debate, after the election,
right.
Because I'm just saying like this. Y'all probably already know what I'm saying. You vote, use it as a tool.
Yep.
A tool. It's not gonna change the world. It's not. Just use it as a tool, basically.
And read that stuff that's on the ballot, man. That stuff that's on the back. I know. We're focusing on the main candidates, but focus on all that fine print. Because there's stuff on there about your neighborhood, about them building bridges and all that stuff. Focus on that stuff too. Read it. It ain't take nothing but a few minutes.
Just don't mark it. Do what I did.
Right.
I get on my damn phone. Get on your phone and look it up. And it'll tell you what that means. Don't go just start checking. No. Look that shit on your phone. If they say you can't do it, that's bullshit.
And make sure it's your handwriting, because if it's not, any little scratch, your vote is gonna be invalid.
Right. And another thing, go vote. If you choose not to vote, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't vote, don't have an opinion afterwards. You see what I'm saying? You know, everybody want to have their opinion. That's fine. But if you didn't even vote, your words aren't really worth anything. So get out there and vote, because we need change, man. This man that's in office now, he played too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
He played too much. He got them Twitter fingers.
Twitter fingers.
You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
So, you know, get out there.
Y'all please go out there and vote. And what other thing? Stop going out with everybody else. Your household say. Stop going off what you see on the news. Read this shit yourself. Most people have opinion on something that somebody, you have opinion on somebody you heard from somewhere else. They're going to do your own research. Right. Do your own research. And we already know the presidential debate is popular. It's about popularity and stuff like that, contests and stuff. But y'all got to read and stuff like that. But we can just end it on that. Y'all please go vote.
Can I say one more thing? Yeah. Hey man, stop trying to cancel everybody. I swear to God, boy, y'all try to cancel every single person who say something that y'all don't agree with. Mm-hmm. The thing is that in this popular opinion, y'all be trying to cancel folks and y'all don't even know what they said. Mm-hmm. Stop being followers and be leaders. You got your own opinion.
You got your own. Never. I'm gonna add this. I know we supposed to go. Y'all trying to cancel Ice Cube. Listen to what that motherfucker said now. Just listen. Mm-hmm. Listen to what it said. Stop going off with Twitter, news, the Facebook. Getting your news. Talking about people I read and I read the news. You reading shit off Facebook. That's technically they is reading, but they ain't reading like you're supposed to read.
They ain't doing the research.
You supposed to do your research on what he said. Then you understand it. You know what I'm saying? All the other stuff I'm gonna address after the election. Like I said, I don't want to discourage anyone. Right. Y'all go out there and vote and stuff like that. Y'all got anything closing remarks y'all want to?
Y'all got any shout outs? A shout out to it really ain't no shout out. My boy got a clothing line.
What is clothing line with?
Gorilla Season.
Okay.
So we got a whole bunch of stuff on the website.
Yeah, I just shout out to everybody that's black doing pretty good. We went to Daphne yesterday and had a lot of black businesses and stuff, entrepreneurs, and there was a good sight to see everybody on their hustle and stuff like that. You got anything else to say?
No, just man, we just need more. We just need more leaders and
more leaders.
Too many followers, man. Mm-hmm. It's too many people just trying to copy people. I don't. That's just my closing remarks. I don't have no shout outs, nothing like that.
And I know we said it over and over. Go out there and vote. You're gonna be discouraged because there's a lot of tactics that they doing as far as voter suppression and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Go out there and vote. I know you're gonna wait in line. I know it's gonna be hot, gonna be cold. You're gonna vote one time that day. Please go out there and vote. Some people older early voters. Is Alabama doing early vote?
I think so. Yeah. Y'all stand in line for them goddamn shoes.
Hey, you stand in line for them shoes vote and stuff like that. Go and stand in line and vote. And we appreciate y'all. And y'all please like, subscribe. You know, tell your mom, tell your daddy, tell your cousins, your side piece.
Tell your supplier.
Tell everybody about us and stuff. And y'all please comment in the description. Y'all please comment. Tell them what we do better. Y'all can DMs. You know.
Subscribe.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Subscribe. And hit that like button.
You think we cute? You can, DM us personally.
Follow that Facebook page too.
And you also can hit that notification bell, and we'll notify you when we load up. But peace out. Yeah, notify. So
notificate.
So to the next episode, we'll see y'all later.